ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये आपकी अनसीन डिक्टेशन नंबर है 69। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। In Tripura, they would appoint party cadres as school teachers even without any school buildings, denying employment to the genuine unemployed youth. Because the people are more inclined towards Shri Rajiv Gandhi and the Congress government, these friends I have said are becoming upset to an extent that they have refused to accept the verdict of the people. They have refused to accept the mandate given by the people to Congress party even in the latest elections in Tripura. Madam, coming back to the situation which prevailed last year, it is a matter of concern that we continue to have a serious challenge posed by the terrorists and the fundamentalists. It is well known that they have been getting assistance from across the border where training camps have been set up. They are getting weapons from there, and innocent people, including women and children, are becoming increasingly the victims of such forces. We condemn this outside interference and assistance. We should not have any reservations, but we must also accept that this is the challenge which we all have to face collectively. We must not dilute in any manner the efforts of the government which has been fighting this challenge in a determined manner. Similarly, the other threat which we face because of military build-up across our borders is also a threat for all of us to face. While I will dwell on it later, what I find is that friends on the other side sometimes ignore or refuse to accept that it is equally their responsibility to be one with the government on these issues. Those issues which concern all of us as a nation. I may briefly mention about some of the very significant achievements during the last year. In spite of all challenges, we expect an industrial growth of 9%. This is commendable, and now our friends on the other side, though they oppose this motion, will not disagree with something which is visible and so clear. They must acknowledge it because this is the nation's achievement. Our exports have increased by 20%. Friends on the other side have been talking of liberal imports. Let me tell you that our exports are much more than what the imports have been. The balance of payment position is favorable. Government's decision on the national policy on child labor, on crop insurance, on National Housing Bank are very commendable steps. This again demonstrates government's identification with the common people, with the farmers, with the poor people, with the shelterless people of this country. Madam, when the government has been battling with these problems, when the government has been trying to meet these challenges, its achievements even in the international arena have been acclaimed by the world, particularly because of the consistent and sound foreign policy of this country. The policy which was formed during the days of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the policy which has bound and committed this nation to the concept of non-alignment. Madam Deputy Chairman, I rise to oppose the motion moved to my friend. It does not mean that I have any personal disregard for the President. With full regard for the President, I oppose this motion because the President's address reflects the policies of the central government. As you know, a demand has been made by almost all the opposition parties and the people outside that the Rajiv Gandhi government should resign and seek fresh verdict from the people. The demand for the resignation of the present government is based on certain basic factors, not simply some immediate factors. Now the rule of the Congress is over 40 years and the people have got enough time to judge the performance of this Congress government. In between, there was some 2.5 years intervention by Janta government. Now the President's address and the motion moved by my friend is of high praise for the performance of the government. Big achievements, the resilience of the economy, the country is advancing in a big way. These are the claims made here, but what is the barometer to judge the achievements? It is true that there have been some achievements here and there, some electrification in some villages, some development of some roads, some technological achievements, these are there. But the main barometer should be the life of the people. Regarding foreign policy, we have supported. This is a national policy, simply it does not go to the credit of the ruling Congress party. Wherever any step this government has taken for the solution of any ethnic problem, for the solution of conflicts which we have thought are a correct line of action, we have extended our support. It is not that we blindly oppose every action of this government. We have supported Punjab Accord, we have supported Indo-Sri Lanka Agreement, we have supported various other measures. Even in this House, some unanimous resolutions have been passed, but that is not a yardstick by which we judge the achievements of this government. The basic fundamental thing which the Congress and the government have been claiming repeatedly even before the independence is removal of poverty and unemployment. Now let us see what is their performance. So many figures have been given in the President's address. 6 5-year plans are over. The third year of the 7th 5-year plan is over. What is the performance? What is the result? They are claiming that they have been able to reduce unemployment, but the reality is just opposite to the claim. Only a few minutes before, one ruling party member made a reference to the crisis in the textile industry. How serious is the crisis? Lakhs and lakhs of people are now unemployed. Thousands and thousands of power looms have been closed. Textile factories have been closed. There is all round industrial sickness. The figure is still terrible. The government figure on date is 1,70,000 factories are closed in the country. इस क्लास में इतना ही बच्चों, नमस्कार बच्चों।